Hi everyone. I wanted to come on here and share a book that I have been reading. The name of the book is called The Wisdom of Sundays, Life-Changing Insights from SuperSoul Conversations by Oprah Winfrey. So this book is basically different conversations that she's had with amazing people that have written books and that have just shared amazing insights and information on her SuperSoul Sundays. There's one in particular that I really like and it really resonated with me, so I wanted to share it with all of you. There are 4 primal fears. Number 1, the fear of losing someone's love or having your love rejected. The human mind just can't even handle that. The fear of being powerless or helpless, and therefore you're not safe in your being. So the fear of being unsafe. The third fear is really the number 1 human addiction. The number 1 human addiction is not chocolate. It's control. So that third fear is the fear of losing control. Control of yourself, control of others, control of what will happen, how it will happen, when it will happen, sends a human ego into total meltdown. And then the fourth fear is just not being seen as valuable, worthy, necessary. Anger is really the manifestation of one of those fears, that your love is being rejected or that it's going to be taken away, that you're going to be seen as helpless, hopeless, therefore vulnerable. And you know the ego can't stand vulnerability. So in order not to be vulnerable, you want to maintain control. When you can't control how somebody's doing, what they're doing, there's a fear there. And that takes us into anger. Now here's the thing about anger that I hope everyone can get. You're never angry for the reason you think you are. We're not born with it. So something happened and you had that helpless, hopeless, vulnerable, powerless, lack of control response. And that made an impression. The experience made the imprint. And then on the soul, there's an impression. And any time anything that looks like, sounds like, smells like, is related to that first impression, raises those feelings up in you. The anger is stirred up. So you think you're angry because Boo-Boo left you. No, that is really not the origin. Boo-Boo was the trigger. Boo-Boo is just coming into your life to remind you that there's something down there you need to handle. Right beneath the anger, there is a well of hurt. And we stay at the anger because it gives us control, because we are afraid to go into the hurt, because right beneath the hurt is the love. This is what I want you to do. I want you to drop your hands to your sides. I also want you to disconnect your brain. That means close your eyes, take a breath, it won't kill you, and invite the hurt forward. Just invite it forward, invite it forward. You've got to get into the true feeling. You've got to go there. Drop to the hurt. When I read this, it spoke to me very loud and clear. It reminded me that I have more work to do. more shadow work. That's what I view it as. Because we all have those traumas that we haven't dealt with yet. And we get angry and mad. And usually we think it's because it's something that someone else did. When in actuality, it has everything to do with our trauma. And I believe that the universe puts it in our path so that we can deal with it. It's an opportunity that's presented for you to take a look at your trauma. But a lot of times we tend to think it's the other person and it's their fault. But if we didn't have the trauma, we wouldn't be reacting. But because we have the trauma, we get angry. We get mad. So I invite you to take a look at your trauma. I invite you to take a look deeper when you get angry or mad. I invite you to take a look at why. Ask yourself those hard questions. Why am I really angry? What am I afraid of? Because it's all fear. Something happened. And it's time. It's time for you to take a look. I invite you to journal, ask those hard questions, be silent, do some breath work, be with yourself, and learn your shadows. Because a lot of times the only reason why it's being presented to us is because we haven't dealt with it yet. I know it's difficult and hard at times, but just know that the other side of it is love. So thank you for coming on and listening. I thank you for your light and love that you bring to the world. And I hope that you're having an amazing day. And I hope that you get through your traumas and you come to the other side of it where there's love and light.